luckily with this show, which you don't do for a lot of shows, हम लोग एक reading करते हैं पहले. When you exit the van, you have to be like, A game on, I'm as good as anyone. There has to be a certain amount. It's not arrogance, it's self-belief.
Yeah, it is self-belief. I don't think I'm the sort of actor who is a huge departure from who he is in real life.
I feel like for a lot of characters, you can wake me up from my sleep and say like, okay, be Nikki Singh from Gurgaon, and I can get there quickly, you know.
Hi, this is Siddharth Shukla from Filmy, and today I have with me once again Akshay Oberoi and Satyadeep Mishra from Illegal Season 3. Firstly, a very warm welcome to Filmy, and secondly, many congratulations. Like हम Season 3 तक पहुंच गए हैं.
Yeah.
How many times does it happen?
It
doesn't-
never happens.
doesn't-
It
yeah.
never happens. So proud of that.
What's new? What's fresh?
I think the character arcs are very fresh. We also have two new entrants with Neil Bhupalam and Ira Dubey, who are fabulous actors. So really nice to have them on board. Also Zain Marie Khan, one of my favorite people in the world, great actress. So yeah, we have some new talent that has come on. We have some character arcs of the whole show that are really dynamic and interesting. As Sattu keeps saying, the writing is just on point this time.
Which is very important, I guess, right? Writing.
Yeah,
it's
no,
the
this season especially, I think all of us, when we saw the script for the first time, we were all like, oh, well done.
Yeah.
But now, since we're talking about Season 3, कितना difficult हो जाता है to maintain the consistency in your character, because you started with 1 and 2. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the first season was in 2020.
Luckily with this show, which you don't do for a lot of shows, हम लोग एक reading करते हैं पहले. So we get all the actors together at the Juggernaut office and we sit and do a reading. And even sometimes also very boring because किसी को कुछ पता ही नहीं और पहली बार सब पढ़ रहे हैं तो अजीब सा pronunciation और अजीब से लाइनें होती हैं. Because there's a lot of legal jargon, so you don't really know how to pronounce those. I mean, he knows, but the rest of us are not as well versed with the law. So that helps. It just helps remind you of the chemistry between everyone and what the show's about. And when you're invested in a character, as I say, it's muscle memory. Like, I feel like for a lot of characters, you can wake me up from my sleep and say like, okay, be Nikki Singh from Gurgaon, and I can get there quickly, I don't forget those characters very fast.
Wow, is that the same for you? Because this is something very different.
I don't think I'm the sort of actor who is a huge departure from who he is in real life. I'm maybe 10 shades different, but I don't think I'm the sort of person who can be somebody completely different on screen. So I don't have to worry so much. And most of the characters I play are somewhere in the ballpark.
Love it, Sattu. Great answer.
I was actually coming to that. Do you believe in keeping some part of yourself in each character you play, or you completely transform?
A huge part of yourself in each character, and there's a little bit that you tweak just to make it a character and not you. Yeah. But I feel that there's a huge part of the and without like judging the character you are playing.
Can't do that.
So it's not my values and my thinking that I'm imposing on the character. I'm thinking the way Puneet Tandon does as a lawyer in Delhi.
But some people say acting is professional lying. Do you guys believe in that?
Yeah, it is.
It is, right?
It is. It's lying with thorough conviction. So you think it's truth in the moment.
Okay. Yeah, it's very like balanced.
It's a thin line, It's
lying to this thing that it's you are saying things that you as a person may not believe in.
Yeah. But that character does, and between action and cut, you are that character. So.
Now I'm gonna go as cliched as possible. Working with Piyush Mishra sir, was it intimidating? Learning, how was it for you both?
I think the first season, for me it was, because I was like stalwart हैं. तब तक मैंने 3-4 चीजें की थी. I think like 3-4 films. I think Pizza had happened, a couple other films had happened, and a couple of web series had happened. But here, I have a lot of scenes with him because he plays my father, and they're very intense, dramatic scenes. So, but every time you meet a stalwart and you have to work with them, you have to leave that in the van. When you exit the van, you have to be like, A game on, I'm as good as anyone. There has to be a certain amount. It's not arrogance, it's self-belief.
Yeah, it is self-belief. And the really good guys that you work with, they make you feel very much at home. I don't think anybody who's heavy hitter will make you feel small. Their sort of greatness lies in the fact that you feel he's a pal. I can do this 15 takes of this with him and he'll be fine. And the same holds true for
Wow. For me, you both are like one of the few very good actors we have. Why I'm saying this is you both have something is common, that you both have played homosexual characters very well. Like, kudos to you both. I think we've had a long chat about this, but still I want to know from both of you, how difficult it is to balance, you know, the character so that it does not get caricaturish, and also the you know, basically the character states are visible.
So I played a gay character twice. Once
Yes.
in a show called Thinkistan, where I play somebody called Ashik Jabir, and
I was in love with Ashik.
yeah, which was totally not me. He was like a poetry-loving
Yeah.
thing. I'm a bit of a jock, you know. I like my motorcycles, and I'm a bit of a petrol head. And then I played his, you know, his story.
Yeah.
But again, there the thing was that I did not want to make it caricaturish because I know a lot of gay men who don't sort of fall within the stereotypical this thing-
The frame
the
that
frame
we
of a
find, yeah.
you know, gay character. So, and thankfully the producers and the director allowed me to play it the way I did. But yeah, I think you just, when you're playing it, you're trying to think differently.
No, I totally agree with him. I mean, I think I've done it 2 or 3 times. One would have been Flesh, Inside Edge Season 3, and this short film I did called Baby Steps.
Baby Steps,
yeah, with Paras
Yeah.
and Soni Razdan. So, yeah, and all of those, I think the effort was always to keep it. I mean, most gay men I've met or you know, homosexuals I've met, they are who they are. I mean, there are characters who play up the thing, you know, I think that's part, but that has to be a characteristic written in. If it's not written in, I would never want to play it that way, because that's doing a disservice, and it's a huge responsibility to play marginalized communities. So the last thing I would ever want to do is disrespect them and disrespect any, you know, or hurt any sentiment while playing them. And also have a thing of like, he did it authentically, you know, that's what's running in the back of my head.
Wow. And on that note, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure talking to you. Any
Always.
last message if you have for the viewers and your fans?
Just watch
Yeah.
and tell us what you think, and I hope that we've done right by you by making a good season.
DMs coming your way.
Yeah, please bring them. I read everything.
Need love though.
Yeah, whether you liked it or didn't like it, either way. Let
Yeah,
us know so we
absolutely,
can
yeah.
at least fix something next time around, if there is a next time.
Hopefully. Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you.
joining
Thank you.
us.